There's that slash by Bondra missing, and here's Anderson. Look at that, getting the high stick from Noonan. Gregson right beside them, no call.
Zubov steps up, traffic in front of Don Beaupre. Zubov shot sails wide of the net, moved by Beaupre to Kovalov. Kovalov scores! Rolled into the Washington end. Ricky tries to clear, and does. Here's a break for Washington. Pavanka down the right wing to the net. Pavanka, he shoots, scores! Michael Pavanka, and it's all tied up at 1. Particularly in the defensive zone, have come through big. Here's Pavanka, stood up at the line of the Rangers, in particular, the two offensive defensemen, Leach and Zubov. There's a hit at the line by Bukabum on Kristich. Rangers battle for some life here. Capitals doing an excellent job in front. Beaupre to save, rebound, score!
Now there's the puck. Dumped into the corner, and there's the hit right there.
Traffic in front of Richter. Down low, walking in front, scores! The Caps have tied it up with a power play goal. Pavanka trying to shield that puck with his body. Couldn't control it. Gilbert deals to Nemchina. From a sharp angle, gloved by Don Beaupre. He'll hold on as Kocur goes crashing into the Caps netminder, and now Hunter and Kocur are all tied up.
Well, Kocur getting out there. His second period trying to create something, a little pushing and shoving.
Played by Zubov, left point. Caps in the box. Zubov. Leach with a shot. Score! Hatcher jumps in. Bondra hustling after it. Oh, a hard hit on Bondra by Bukabum. He left his skates. That should be a penalty.
I'm sure.
Here's McTavish. Hit by Randy Burris. Out of the corner, Noonan. Traffic in front, score!
And a guy in there, he could sweep the puck out of the zone, but they're definitely thinking defense, the Rangers are.
And from the draw, the puck left along the right wing boards and hammered the length of the ice. And look at this, McTavish and Jones fencing from close range. Hatcher and Tikkanen gets sticks up. So the bad blood between these two teams certainly will develop. And we've seen evidence of it here with a scrum at the conclusion of the second period. Now, both teams have got to be awfully aware of a situation where there can be misconducts assessed both teams, and all the players on the ice could conceivably get 10-minute misconducts to start the third period. The Capitals have got to stay away from this, and this is where that word discipline comes into play. Nemchina. Here's Chobarmer in front, score! All right, folks, keep an eye here on Craig Berube and Joey Kocur. Those two are on the ice for their respective teams. Berube's first shift since the first period. And Berube will try to get a spark going here. Look at that. Didn't take long. They're ready to go, and here's the first fight. This one wasn't too tough to call. Kocur and Berube, two of the heavyweights in the league. Toe-to-toe. Look at Berube get that right hand free before Kocur lands with a couple of shots. Berube was first on the ice, and then Mike Keenan obliging Jim Schoenfeld by throwing Kocur out. And that'll do it. Coincidental major penalties, 5 minutes for fighting, I'm sure. And no instigator as they both dropped the gloves simultaneously. 13:59 left regulation time. It's 5-2 Rangers. The Caps come up ice. Michael Pavanka around the right wing, hit by Jay Wells. And the crowd comes to their feet here as the Rangers go to the body. Caps keep it in. Anderson rolls to the corner. Arpasev is hit there by Dale Hunter. And it will be the retaliatory play, or is it? Touched up by the Capitals, and it's going to be a Hunter penalty.
Initial hit by Hunter, moving in on Karpatsa, gets the elbow up high, trying to move, and now we get some pushing and shoving in front of the bench. Keith Jones
and Nemchina. They've got to be separated. The Rangers on their bench and on their feet. Karpatsev is in there as well. Ricky all over him. Look at Nemchina take a couple of hits there. That's the Capitals. Keith Jones.
Dale Hunter escorted to the penalty box, courtesy of Gregson. Both of the linesmen over on the other side trying to break the play up. Keith Jones will now head to the penalty box, and I'm sure Nemchinov will be not far behind in the trail into this. The Rangers will go back on the power play. Here's a hit by Hunter on Karpetsa. Getting the elbow up high, making him pay the price. There's the retaliation by Karpatsa, punching Hunter. Gregson does not give him the call, and there's Jones as the teams are making line changes, grabbing a hold of Nemchinov and pulling him into the Capitals bench.
And they both go for high sticking, Nemchinov and Jones. But out of all this, the Rangers will have the power play, the initial penalty against Dale Hunter, called for elbowing, coming at 6:27.
Surprised Gregson did not give Karpatsa the retaliation penalty. We're going to look at Michael Pavanka. Wells moving across. There's the big hit. Wells does not see an awful lot of ice time for the New York Rangers, but one of his strengths is his open ice hitting. Tries to get out there and do whatever he can, and one of the things he can do is make hits like that. Where Lemieux had hit him, and his Hatcher trying to lean off of him. Gets that stick up high. There it is. Just a careless play right there by Kevin Hatcher.
Bit of a dive there by Zubov. He overreacted to the high stick. Not saying that a penalty should not be called.
No, BYS.
But a little
down
extra
very
acting.
quickly.
Got to be impressed with the way the Rangers are playing here in Game 1, Sean.
Well, they definitely established that physical presence that they wanted and dominated the one-on-one.
Scores! Mike Ridley! Here's Messier now, out racing Slaney. Messier walks in, Messier scores!
Trying to get under the skin of the opponent. Here it is, Anderson working with McTavish. There's Jones bringing him in. Trying to give him a little shove into the glass. And
I think he got Anderson more than McTavish.
Well, you see that, trying to bring McTavish into the glass area.
Rangers then at the length of the ice. That will pretty well do it. Zubov and Hunter have to be separated. And now a scrum develops as the second period ends. Look at this, Kevin Lowe with one of the Capitals down. That's Kristich who quickly gets back up.
Yeah, we got some more pushing and shoving. One of the linesmen has already taken Dale Hunter out of that pile. There's Keith Jones.
Don Beaupre
separated
in the foreground, watching before heading off the ice.